Raven Saber 2, officers down outside the Tanto building. Officers down.
Bloody hell. What is the status on the hostage?
What the fuck just happened? Oh my god!
Good morning, folks, and welcome to this week's episode of Cotton Coffee. I got Victor sitting right here next to me, like always.
And over here next to me, as the person talking here, is Ghost. So, today is going to be a very, very interesting conversation, huh?
Yep, so get yourself a cup of coffee, grab yourself a controller, sit down, dive right into it. What you thinking about this year's COD, man?
So this year's COD is starting off not too bad, not too bad. Just quickly glance through. Campaign, love it. Multiplayer, love it. Ground War, that was hit and miss in my heart, man. What about you?
I've tried to dibble dabble in all the modes in this game so far. I'm about 4 or 5 missions deep into campaign. I've wished I could play more, but I've really tried to get in a little bit into each of these modes before I try to put out this episode here. I tried to be a little bit into campaign. I did do some survival. I played a few of the Spec Ops missions. I've logged many hours into the multiplayer in all of the game modes. I've played Ground War. I've played Free For All, Headquarters, all modes of domination. I've played some 2v2. So, honestly, I think to really kick it off this year, I'm going to start with the real meat on the bones of this game here, and that is the multiplayer. Some people might like to argue with me on this one and say that the real star of this game is going to be campaign, but, I mean, let's face it, this is Call of Duty. 75% of their player base plays this game for multiplayer.
Yep.
There is a nice handful of people that do play for campaign, but I would say the majority of the fan base of this game plays for multiplayer modes. One of the first things that I noticed when I loaded up this game from launch is that when I was getting shot, gray screen was gone, which was one of my biggest complaints when I was playing the beta. Whenever I would get shot, the whole fucking screen would go gray, and I couldn't see anything. It would kind of do like this weird flashy thing, and even almost like the sound, like you got hit with like a flashbang or like a concussion or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a nice little ring sound.
Yeah, you get like this fucking ringing in your ear that was just terrible.
And me personally, and whenever I was getting shot, I couldn't freaking, like, for some reason my dude would freeze up, and I couldn't even like get a chance to even look around to see where I'm getting shot from.
Yeah, so I think that got a big nerf, and which is awesome, because now the screen does fade just a little bit, and you do see like the red blotches and stuff, but it doesn't go completely, all out, just
Immobilized,
blurred and black and white. And now it's still, you know what I mean, you can actually still comprehend what's going on while you're actually taking some fire. Which kind of brings me to one other thing. I think the time to kill in this game is perfect. I mean, it's right there, perfect. It's not Ghosts fast, and it's definitely not Black Ops 4 slow. You know what I mean? Where it's not dying 2 bullets, 1 bullet hardcore mode, but it's not...
I'm going to unload a clip into you and then freaking have nothing happen. It's like right there in the middle.
It's pretty much perfect to me, which,
3-4 bullets, maybe 5, you're good.
I primarily would consider myself to be a hardcore player throughout the years of Call of Duty. I mean, I could play all modes. I'm pretty good in all modes, but I just usually have preferred hardcore. I can get nicer kill feeds and stuff with it. If I want to, get a nice 4 or even 5 piece really fast, I can do that. Mm-hmm. In core, that's always seemed to me like way harder of a thing to do. You know what I mean? You got to be way more skilled to pull off some shit like that. Yeah, hardcore was just way easier, and it just feels good, you know what I mean, to be able to take out a whole squad. I mean, fuck, even up to 6 people, you know what I mean, just by randomly spraying, like praying and fucking spraying, and you're just,
spraying, praying.
So I can't kind of see where people would say hardcore does take a little bit less skill, but it does take more skill to survive when 1 bullet kills you. I can't say that. But I think in this year I will be primarily residing in core myself. I've played quite a few matches in hardcore in this game, and I honestly was not impressed. I was having way more fun in regular core game modes. You know, I think the time to kill is perfect, not only for the enemy, but on yourself. Right. So the amount of damage that I receive feels like it's at that perfect spot to where if I take a bullet or two and if I decide to dodge away really fast, I feel I actually have the opportunity to get away.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Kind of like duck behind a rock or a building or something or a car. Get out of the way of the fire.
In most other CODs, in core, I kind of feel like if I'm getting shot, I'm pretty much fucked. Or, you know what I mean? Even if I try to get away, it really doesn't happen. I feel in this game I have a little bit more of that wiggle room. You know what I mean?
Right, to kind of dip and juke around somebody.
Yeah, so even for me as being a hardcore player, I'm primarily going to be playing in pretty much core game modes.
Well, me being a hardcore player myself, I mean, I'm not going to lie, I didn't really get a chance to play around with stuff, so I didn't even know there was a hardcore mode. So, me personally, I don't have nothing to say, but honestly, just for me playing just the regular core multiplayer never mind, sorry. Just me playing the mode that's available now, I'm already satisfied with it. You know, I mean, it's a fun game. Everything's laid out beautifully. I mean, the whole TTK time to kill is just amazing. And I'm not sitting there I'm not sitting there and loading a clip and a half into somebody and then having them turn around and pop me one time with a pistol.
Yeah, well, I kind of think from the beta they've changed. Either it was a connection issue or maybe something was going on to where I honestly felt like the time to kill for me towards the enemy was perfect, but I felt like I died in one or two shots every time. It didn't take more than 2 bullets to kill me.
Right.
And I felt like I said earlier, if I was already getting shot, that was the end. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I feel like in this game during the beta, it was even worse than that. Like, I felt like I was playing hardcore, but only myself. You know what I mean? Like, my health was hardcore health, and everybody else had regular health. Right. You know what I mean? So it was like, if I took 2 bullets or even 1 bullet, I was dead.
That's how I felt too, dude.
You know what I mean? It took me 3 or 4 bullets to kill people, which I've always liked the time to kill in this game. I think it's perfect. But now, at launch, it actually lines up with the enemy's health. You know, I actually feel like I take 4 or 5 bullets of damage before I croak. You know what I mean?
Right.
Instead of 1 and done, you know?
Man.
Which is way nice. I actually feel like I have gunfights instead of, oh, fuck, you're dead, you know?
Right.
Which, I mean, that's kind of something you got to do.
And that brings me to another thing, too, is that I love the whole fact that, like, when I get out of, you know, if I'm getting popped at or something, I could duck behind a building or a car, and, of course, you can click in the R3, and you can actually, like, your dude, like, puts his gun on top of the car
you can mount
something.
In this game
Dude,
now, which
I love that. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of those.
I like it, but I don't really use it very much. I mean, sometimes I do. Like, if I know that somebody's gonna come around a corner or something, and I can actually mount up on something if I have the opportunity to, then I will. But sometimes I almost feel like it kind of throws me off because, like, if they jump around a corner or something, I feel like I can't move. Like, you can move, but it takes you a second to actually dismount off the whatever you're mounted on. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you just hit the circle or just.
So if you don't hit those first couple shots the second they pop around the corner or something, I feel like I can't.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just pop and move, because then.
Dude, it's actually one of the coolest things that I've actually ever experienced with it, because I mean.
It is cool. It's a nice little thing that they added into this game. The mounting and the leaning. Mm-hmm. You know, the fact that you can actually lean around a corner or something. Yep. You know, which is pretty cool. It's something we've seen in. Some other games recently, but you know. Well, so we did briefly mention ground war just a little bit. I really like this mode. I just think that it needs.
Stop playing the same map over and over.
Yeah. Okay. the OG map, the River Curse Quarry map, the original beta map that we got, really cool. But when you play it
every day,
over and over and over
all
again,
day,
it starts getting a little bit repetitive and boring. We were told that at first that this game was going to launch with 3 ground war maps, and we have 2. You pretty much only have 1, because I guarantee if you try to play ground war, 9 times out of 10 you're going to get the River Curse Quarry map and not the other one that I don't even know what it's called, because I've only played it 2 or 3 times, and that's it. I know the name of the other one because that's all that ever pops up, and I've played it a million times. But
from beta to now,
yeah. But even the few times that I got into the other map, the map is really, really cool. The game mode, I feel, needs a little bit of love. Even if they bumped up the players, like, I would even like to see 50v50 on these maps and see how
they can get away with it.
See how it plays out.
I bet you'd be nice. I bet you'd still be comfortable.
You know what I mean? Oh, well, I've even heard of down the road possibly a rumor of 100v100. So 200 player matches, which would be, you know what I mean?
Fucking insane. What was it, like a half hour
that'd
game
be pretty
time?
fucking epic. They could even scrunch down the game time, but even just, could you imagine the
100v100?
the size of the battles, and you know, like,
there'll be freaking like 7 freaking attack choppers, and imagine the kill streaks flying up in the, I mean, I guess they would give us more room for more kill streak. It'd be like an actual freaking like combat zone, you know? Okay, now if I think of it like that, then I mean, come on, 100v100, what else can you think of, you know? That would be pretty badass, though. It really would.
Would be really cool.
But yeah, no show.
The one map that I am talking about, the one that I have hardly ever played on because it never pops up in the fucking thing, I am about 100% sure that that's our BR map, and I'm pretty excited to see what that is. I know there's a lot of people out there that are getting kind of burnt out on the Battle Royale thing as of lately. You know what I mean? Pretty much every game's been doing it, you know, as of lately.
I've been seeing a lot of people dropping this game to going back to Battle Royale.
Well,
sucks for them, huh? Because I'm enjoying it.
I love Call of Duty for Call of Duty. You know what I mean? I'm an OG player, so I like respawn modes. I like the tight gameplay, being able to go up against 6 other players and constantly be in a battle and shooting. I like the arena style shooter that CoD brings, you know what I mean? And which kind of brings me to my other point of this whole ground war thing is I like tight, constant gameplay. And when you bring in these massive, big, open world style maps with 32 players on the other team, yes, it seems like a lot, but even in this other big map, I was going quite a few moments without seeing a soul. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it would take me quite a while to actually try to interact with somebody and exchange some gun, you know?
Right.
So I find myself playing a little bit more of modes like domination and team deathmatch, even headquarters. You know what I mean? I think the only game mode I actually didn't play, which I will play at some point in time very soon, is some search and destroy. But other than that, I tried every other game mode in this game, and honestly, for the most part, game modes are solid. I like what they have to offer as of so far. I just think that the variety needs to be more and better, because with what they have at launch for maps is sad, to say the least, almost.
And their cycling sucks too when it comes to it. No offense, but
we thought,
usually, there's like the cycle of map. Like I keep seeing the same, and it's not just ground war. It's also like team deathmatch. Sometimes I win a few matches almost practically playing the same map.
Well, we thought World War II was bad with 9 maps when it launched. You know what I mean? Because that was the least amount of maps that we've ever seen in CoD when it launched. Technically, this game, has 10 maps.
One more map than World War II.
If you want to say that. And if you want to break it down even further, it's actually only got 7.
Yep.
So you have 7 standard maps, 7 6v6 maps, I should say. You have 3 20v20 and 10v10 maps. And you also have a bunch of 2v2 maps, but we're not even going to count those because those are only for 2v2. They're not for the other game modes. And I know a lot of people will not be spending their time in 2v2. I mean, it's fun. I will from time to time.
Yeah, maybe with some friends or something,
but
but
it's not something that I think the majority of the fan base is going to be playing all the time.
Right.
Or on a daily. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that playlist is going to be as populated with players as all the other modes.
Right. You'll probably hit a bunch of dead lobbies and shit.
I mean, maybe, especially a few months down the road, because 2v2 is almost kind of like... It feels like one of those, almost like a gimmick thing for this game. Like, I don't want to use that word because it almost sounds bad, but, because 2v2 is fun. And I think it could be something really cool that's implemented in the future.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I feel like it's something that once people kind of get over it, they're going to get over it pretty fast and move on. And I think that's kind of another thing that's going to happen with Ground War. Kind of a similar situation that's going to happen there. I think it's kind of one of those things where everybody's really excited to see these really big battles, battlefield-style scale of battles with Call of Duty feel and mechanics and score streaks, or, excuse me, kill streaks. Kill streaks in this game.
Kill streaks, sir. We don't do that score streak around here anymore.
So... But I do kind of feel like some of these things are kind of gimmick-style things. Like, they're going to be played out for a while, and then everybody's going to move over kind of to more of the standard Call of Duty. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And as sad for it is to say, I kind of feel like the BR in this game is going to have more potential than the Ground War. And I know they really probably want to focus on Ground War this year. I feel like that's... You know what I mean?
That's going to be a target project.
Kind of feels like their baby in the multiplayer side of things. I feel like is going to be the Ground War modes. They're really going to try to push that. They're going to try to push it all the way up to 100v100. And you know what I mean?
Right.
I think they really want that to try to catch on as like the next really big thing. You know what I mean?
And it could work if they do it right.
It's a possibility. It possibly does have the potential, but
it all depends on what
does
they do.
The engine have the capability to handle stuff like that? I see it already struggling with 32v32 sometimes. You know what I mean? People looking like fucking Pac-Man scooting across the fucking map, just scooting. Like, I mean, so we'll have to see what it can handle. Maybe what punches that the game will have to take in order to support stuff like that. Will it have to take some graphical downgrades?
God, I hope not.
Well, I'm just saying because, yeah, I've seen the game struggle with 32 versus 32. I mean, and you can already see the graphical downgrade in those maps as well. You know what I mean? If you go play the 6v6 maps and just look at the detail, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just the detail in all the items. Like, there is books on shelves and vases and, you know what I mean? Just
portraits of people.
Every little things. Just walk around and look at the stuff. It's very finely detailed. Go into Ground War and try to look at the stuff and look at the details. It's blurry. It's pixelated. It's, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But that's to compensate for the big size and all the players,
right.
And you know what I mean? So it runs smoother. It doesn't have to hold
out.
up all that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I can understand. That's also why in Blackout, you'll notice, like in Black Ops 4, you'll notice in Blackout took a big graphical hit when it comes to regular MP and zombies compared to Blackout. Blackout looks like a potato, and zombies and regular multiplayer maps look
clean.
Decent. You know what I mean? And clean, yeah. Blackout looks pixelated and blurry, and some things you will literally can be standing right in front of it, walk straight up to it, and for some reason it still looks like you're playing Minecraft. You know what I mean? I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because my freaking little brother-in-law and sister-in-law were like talking about it last night. So yes, it's actually recently fresh in my damn head. They downloaded Minecraft on their freaking phones. I didn't know you can do that. I don't even care for Minecraft, but still. But anyways, though, another cool thing though that is during launch, noticing about the leaderboards.
Oh yeah. Things from launch. This game launched with all the things that we were begging for, even in just last year's Call of Duty. We didn't get leaderboards at all. Not at all. They're still not in Black Ops 4. They're not there. They don't exist. And yet, the day Modern Warfare launched, leaderboards were in the game. And besides leaderboards, we have a combat record. A fucking combat record. We've had This one honestly blows my fucking mind. I don't even understand what they were thinking about in Black Ops 4 when they really did this one. Because leaderboards, in my mind, kind of make sense. Because, as Dave put it, he said, leaderboards don't really matter because leaderboards don't show skill. They show time. That's it. Because anybody with more time can be higher on the boards.
Easily. I mean,
your skill does not matter. You know what I'm saying? Anybody with more time can be higher up. Because that's all it is. It's time played and more score. So, why should it really matter?
Right.
You could have somebody who's never played the game before and pick up sticks and literally beat the fucking very top guy on the board because he's better. He's more skillful. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he's just better at shooter games.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, easily, 100%.
But yet, this guy's higher on the boards because he's just grinded his
he doesn't have a day,
ass off,
doesn't have
you
a
know
day
what I'm
job
saying?
or something, you know?
So, but at the same time, efforts can be shown there. You know what I'm saying? If you're not cheating, that also does show that you were willing to put in the effort to grind for that long to get to where you are, which is also an achievement in itself.
Touche.
You know what I'm saying? So you can be proud of that too. So yeah, some people might put you down and tell you you're a no-life or all you do is play Call of Duty or whatever game you're playing, you know what I mean, to grind a leaderboard. But then again, at the end of the day, if you're happy and if it gets you the recognition that you want, and you know what I mean, you're doing something that just makes you smile, then do it, you know, makes you happy.
Right. I get it.
Don't let other people tear you down. I mean, especially if you're going for something that you dream about, go for it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Yeah, because your dreams won't chase you.
But what I was saying with the combat record and shit like that was last year in Black Ops 4, no leaderboards, no combat record, and the combat record is something that is so simple and that has been in every single Call of Duty pretty much since launch that it baffles my mind that I don't know what they were thinking when they didn't implement it into this game. Like, okay, if you guys don't know what the combat record is it's a stat tracker that breaks down pretty much everything that you do in game. So it tells you exactly how many kills you get with, or how many kills you've gotten with every gun, how good your accuracy is with each weapon, what's your KD with each weapon. You kind of get what I'm saying. Like,
it's showing you pretty much where you're best at in a way.
It shows you everything. Like, it'll even show you what game modes that you're best in, like what you've been most successful at. You know what it'll tell you. You know, like,
it'll give you a percentage rate of where you should stick with, pretty much, or what you should work on, which
Yeah.
however what you take it.
Or if you just want to go in, like, if you've grinded this game all year long and you want to go back and you want to see how many kills you got with your main weapon or with your secondary weapon or
which weapon it was,
whatever, you can do that. Or if you want to just keep track of it while you're going, you can do that too. In Black Ops 4, it was non-existent. This game, they're from launch. Same thing with Same thing with the fucking boards. Like, and leaderboards worked too. That's one other thing is leaderboards in the last few Call of Duties, and we're not even including Black Ops 4 because they weren't in there fucking at all.
We're talking about like World War II and Modern Warfare.
Yeah, they
Modern Warfare 2
work at launch. They were glitched, or they were there but they weren't there.
They weren't operational.
Yeah,
at the
they
time.
weren't actually working. They would say either coming soon.
I say World War II's didn't even start till like a month.
No, World War
later,
II's boards. Right? I don't think were working for like
2-3 months, right?
Months down the road, 2.5 months down the road, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that was a big thing, and
then they just randomly popped in, and they were,
right.
Yeah. But most of the time they're either glitched or they say they're coming soon, or But in this game, working right off the bat. I mean, they're out. It was kind of cool when I grinded the shit out of this game on launch night and seeing my name in the top 9,000 on the PlayStation platform. I brought back some of those old
grinding memories,
grindy feelings, and kind of even inspired me to jet my ass off a little bit, and then reality kind of kicked my ass and realized that, I got family and YouTube and work and career and everything. I'm trying to do a lot, so leaderboards are not really in my grasp as of the moment, but
you can still try to keep yourself down.
I can still be high. I can still go for high ranks, and I'll still be good at the game no matter what.
Yep.
So, but I just don't think I really have the time to actually put in and go for anything ridiculous.
Just believe I know about the thing, man. I got a 4th kid on the way, so I'm gonna definitely be busy, but I'm not gonna stop playing.
Oh no, but trust me, there's I have a lot planned for this year, so I think that leaderboards are really not in one of my top priorities for this year. One of my top priorities for this year is pretty much just this channel and trying to get it off the ground a little bit, and
Well, that's what we're here to do, brother.
But we appreciate all of you guys, and we are doing this. So
all right. So what'd you think about survival? Jumping into that right quick.
Repetitive, boring, not like it was before.
That was the only one.
Maybe, okay, I do need to give it a little bit more of a shot. I do need to play it some more. I haven't really given it the full test. For one thing, I've only gotten to round 5, because every time I get to the Juggernaut, either all my teammates either back out or they're dead, and then I die because I'm the only one alive. Or they all back out, and I'm the only one facing the Juggernaut, and then I die. And not only that, but I tried playing like 3 or 4 rounds of this, and every single time I played, they kept putting me on the same map. So I honestly got kind of irritated and tired of it and didn't want to play it anymore.
Yeah, I'm going to do basically, I got to do the same thing. I'm going to give it another few shots.
So honestly, if you're on PC, if you're on Xbox, if you're bitching and moaning about survival, don't
bitch at all.
I mean, it's not a big deal, and I'm telling you that, like.
And this is literally, obviously when you guys get it, give it a shot. I mean, make your own opinion, but just to save you a little bit of, corner crying and thumb sucking, it's not cracked up to be like it used to be. It's definitely way different than it was before.
I mean, yeah.
But
okay.
Also, like I said, make your own opinion.
This is like eating a corn dog and fucking crying that you didn't get to eat the fucking little piece of skin that's left on the end of the steak. You know what I'm saying? I'm not eating. Like, that's exactly what this fucking is, and it's bad because it's like it's not even that. Like, what's funny is that little piece of shit that's on that fucking stick is good. This isn't even good. Like, this is if that little piece of skin that was on the piece of stick from the corn dog was burnt, and you got to eat it. Like, I mean, burnt, like Johan status. I know you guys don't know who that is, but he's a friend of ours. But
But anyways, I never would have thought to use that for a freaking example. But I like that piece on the corn dog too. I don't care how fat I sound. But anyways, yes.
So
it really,
honestly,
but anyways, I'm making it sound more terrible than it really. It's not that bad, but it's not that bad of a mode still. But at the same time, it's just it's not the same.
I need to give it some more time. I do need to play it some more.
I do too myself. But
it's not blowing my skirt up though. To be perfectly honest,
not.
It's not making me like it's not making me really excited, especially like back in the day. I remember survival was one of the main things from Modern Warfare 3 that I
Oh,
played.
dude, that shit made me fucking wet, dog. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it was one of the number one things that I played, and in this game, I don't see myself playing it hardly at all.
No.
And even just to be perfectly honest, I am going to play it some more so I can maybe give my honest opinions on it, but I'm not impressed so far. And to be perfectly honest, telling you guys this right now, I'm probably going to have to force myself to play it a little bit because I kind of don't want to.
Yep.
I would rather just jump in and play some multiplayer,
and call it a good day.
Maybe play some Ground War, whatever. And,
I'd rather play Ground War though.
So yeah, but which also kind of brings me to my next topic. I think we've covered I honestly can't skip over this one. I can't even really believe I did. Sorry, folks. Challenges. So this game, right off the bat, which was missing from Black Ops 4, was missing from World War II. They added it in later to World War II. They added it in later to Black Ops 4, but not until the game was almost over. So it's almost like, why? I mean, like, I get why you did it, but you should have did it at launch, or like 7 months ago, 8 months ago, 9 months, 10 months ago. You know what I mean? When it was relevant, when people gave a shit, but now they don't, and it doesn't matter. But this game, right off the bat, when it launched on launch day, you had three challenges that were your daily challenges, and each one would give you XP and a piece of loot. Whether that piece of loot was a spray, maybe it was an emote, maybe it was a camo,
a weapon charm,
or a weapon charm or something. And the really cool thing too is everybody's challenges are different. I would have figured when I would jump in, and if I saw something like this, I'd figure, oh, okay, so everybody's daily challenge is this, and everybody gets this. No, everybody's is different. I mean, yeah, okay, somebody out there might have the same challenges as you. Matter of fact, I guarantee you somebody out there has the same challenge as you. Probably
but maybe on a
multiple people have the same challenge as you. But the idea is that everybody gets different challenges so that the majority of people are getting different things for completing different challenges, which I think is awesome. So that way you can't just jump on a YouTube or something and see somebody going, okay, so today's challenge for everybody is this, and then you get this thing, and then you'll hop on your console and be like, oh, okay, so I get that. No, I get this. It's different. I don't get that. I get this. I think that's cool. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that way you're not really knowing what you're going to get, and that way whatever you get's a little bit unique and offset from everybody else. But the other thing is how you earn loot in this game. It's not just random, and you actually have your choice. You have these things called missions. So if you go into the barracks and go over to challenges, click over on to the right bumper or whatever the fuck it is, there's a missions section, and pretty much for all these things is high tier loot, and it'll tell you whether it's rare or it's legendary or whatever by it being purple or gold or but you can get really cool things in here like camos and even brand new weapons. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so weapon variants, shit like that. But you need to go through all of these challenges in order to access these things. And these challenges aren't really small things. I mean, yeah, if you're a really good player, you can knock them out fast and just get them done. But they are still probably going to take you a nice little while because they're not like, you know what I mean? Not like really, really simple, but...
Yeah, like I keep seeing people, the game's only been out for a few days, and apparently I'm seeing people, like I saw one the other day, oh, look, everything's done. What do I do now?
But this is a really cool way for people to earn these kind of things. Instead of getting a random loot box or something like that, you know what I mean?
And then risking getting duplicates and shit.
Getting some duplicates or some bullshit that you don't want. This is a really nice way for you to grab a contract, know what you want, and be able to play the game and earn it and get what you want. Now, what I really hope they don't do, because I see this coming down the pipeline, and if it does happen this way, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit, because I do see it coming and I don't like it. I feel like they're going to let us buy access to these missions. Right now, they're free. I have a feeling in the future, these missions for these loot will not be free. I have a feeling,
dude, I will.
They're gonna start putting price tags on these missions, and that's gonna suck.
I'm gonna be pissed if they fucking do that, dude.
Well, I know that the store is already gonna be coming at some point in time where they're gonna be selling skins, cosmetics, shit like that, which is fine. I expect that coming. I just don't want the incredibly high price tag that I know is gonna be on a lot of these things. And I just also really hope that they leave these challenges and stuff alone. Like, let them be free. And if you are going to start doing a system where you charge money for them, integrate a way that we can earn in-game currency without spending real money, like keys or something, scrap, whatever you want to call it, and make it a in-game currency that you can earn while playing the game, even if it's grindy as fuck, and spend that currency to unlock those challenges as well.
Yeah, I can
Don't make it so money that real money is the only way for me to unlock these challenges, because if that ends up being the thing at the end of the day,
bye.
Well, maybe not bye, but fuck you. I mean, I already know it's always been fuck you, but it's really gonna be fuck you, because I see this coming. I really do. And what's funny is I really haven't heard very many other people talk about this. Actually, I don't even think I've heard anybody talk about this. This is something that I've kind of just observed and come up with on my own. I feel like these challenges are going to end up having a price tag on them. And that's kind of a shitty feeling. Well,
it is.
No, it's kind of a shitty feeling because I feel like they're doing the same thing that they did with Black Ops 4, where if you bought an item, you had to work through the tiers to get to the item that you paid for.
Oh, yeah.
Bullshit. Give me the item that I fucking paid for. If you paid for the item, it should just be in your inventory and you should be able to use it. If you paid for the Richthofen skin, you should be able to just slap on the Richthofen skin and jump into a match of Blackout. You paid $8 or whatever for it, you should be able to do it. But no, instead, you buy the Richthofen skin, then you have to play Blackout for 4 hours, maybe even more, to progress through the tiers to finally unlock your Richthofen skin that you paid $8 for.
Yep.
That to me is bullshit. And I feel like the same thing is going to be coming with these challenges. They're going to make you pay to have access to grind through these challenges to unlock your loot.
Mm-hmm. That would be kind of bullshit, man.
Which is, to me, is like a double, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not only are they making you pay extra money, but they're forcing you to play their game. Don't force me to play your game. I'm going to play your game because I want to.
Yeah, I don't want to play it because I feel like I'm being forced. I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, not only that, I just paid for that item. Just give it to me. Don't make me
work for it more.
I've
already worked for it at my job. I mean, shit, I put in, 40 plus hours a week. Fuck. Give me my item, bitch.
So, I'm going to jump off the microtransactions subject here for a second. And I'm going to talk about campaign for a minute. Because I know I kind of brushed right by it for a second. This is also, I think, one of the main focuses of this game. I know back then I said, that like 75% of the fan base plays this game for the multiplayer, which they do. They do. But I think a big pull point to this game is going to be the campaign. I'm only 4 or 5 missions deep into it so far, but
I'm a little farther.
I'm really impressed as of so far. I'm impressed with everything. I'm impressed with the visuals, the ray tracing, the acting from the actors. I mean, it's phenomenal so far. I mean,
dude, it's a really good, well put together storyline, honestly, too.
Thoroughly impressed. I think that the team has done an amazing job on this game. I mean, I haven't even gotten to the mission that's so controversial that had all the journalists and everything. The one where you have to raid the house or whatever, and there's a woman and a baby, and you can like
I
even
did that
shoot
one last
the baby
night.
or whatever. Like it's crazy. So you know what I mean? Like, but they say like there's certain missions in this game that like literally get your gut turning. You know what I mean? And, like,
I'm not gonna lie,
but that's the feeling that I love. You know what I mean?
do
Like
too.
and I've already kind of gotten it in a few of those, in just a few of these starter missions. You know what I mean? Like, and if I can actually feel that like.
Holy shit.
That holy shit feeling in my stomach, you know what I mean? Like
That's what I was feeling last excited because I was in that mission and you can hear the baby crying the entire time almost, or at least part way through because you're going up into the building. And dude, I got there and I'm like, oh fuck! I actually almost dropped the controls. Like I don't want to accidentally shoot, you know. I don't know. It was that real though, dude. It was. Oh man.
So you know, I'm really looking forward to getting through this campaign. You know, just pretty much whenever I get on, I either want to stream or I'm trying to get clips for the channel, or you know. But I will get through campaign. I promise you guys, and I will give you a full update on what I think about it. And you know, maybe I'll even go. Maybe not an episode of Cotton Coffee, but maybe I'll do like some little special where I'll actually just kind of go through the campaign and just tell you guys what I think about it, and just give you my honest thoughts when I get to the end. So, honestly, I'm not really too sure what else I really want to talk about this week.
No, I think we'll just cut it.
I mean, well, we got covered maps. We covered pretty much weapons and hardcore core challenges, multiplayer, campaign, played some survival, talked about that, and we talked about some leaderboards, the combat records. I mean, I think honestly it's gonna wrap up to be a good year. I'm really hoping. I just think that
there's some fears. There's some
Infinity Ward needs to bring it with the DLC maps, in my honest opinion.
Yeah.
I think that's what's really going to save this game in the long run, is they really need to bring it with the DLC maps. Give us a handful of remasters, but also give us a nice handful of brand new maps.
Never before
played, seen, fresh, crisp, 3-lane traditional Call of Duty flow maps. And I know that some people are going to say, these are the same people that made some of the same maps from Modern Warfare, the very first one, and from Modern Warfare 2. But I feel like the 3-lane design just kind of went out the window when they were doing this. You know what I mean? Like, I know even in those previous games, yeah, they had quite a few of these maps that were like these maps, where they're just
but there was still some
buildings everywhere and 1,000 different paths to take. But I felt like they also had a bunch of regular 3-lane maps that they threw in there. This game kind of feels like every map is this way.
Yeah.
And it's like
everywhere.
You know, kind of it's nice for a change of pace, but I think they need to tone it back a little bit and throw us in some more of these traditional 3-lane style flow maps to kind of keep us happy, to keep people, you know what I mean? Well, not only that, but it gives you a choice of play, because you know when you load up into a map, or when you know when a map is coming up, when you're sitting in the pregame lobby and you see the map, you can go, okay, so in this map, I know I need to play like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're not like, when I jump into this game, I know no matter what map pops up, I need to play like this.
Right.
No question of a doubt, because every map's the same.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, like, my playstyle never changes. If they were to add these in, my playstyle would flop back and forth. Because I would have to play like that, and then I would have to play like
Switch
that.
it up a bit. Make yourself, kind of challenge yourself as well, with different strategies, techniques. You know.
But, yeah, I mean, I'm really excited for this year. I'm going to have a shitload of content. I mean, I'm going to be doing Cotton Coffee every week, of course. I'm going to be streaming here off and on, maybe just some gameplay, maybe some campaign, maybe some multiplayer. I'm really looking forward to a BR in this game. I really hope that it's free. That's what they really need to do, is just drop the Battle Royale and make it free for everybody to play. It would draw a shitload of people back to Call of Duty, I promise you. You know what I mean? Like, just look what happened with COD Mobile. You let it go free and everybody's fucking playing it. You know what I mean? Like, just...
And people are blowing, or actually even spending money on it, too.
Do it way too much.
Yeah.
So, do it for console. Just, you know what I mean? Give us a Modern Warfare, a BR, and make it free for everybody to play. You guys will make a shit ton of money. I guarantee it. Like, guaranteed. Pretty much no questions asked. Hands down. You know?
It'd be a smart thing to do. I mean, I may not have no business degree or be no professional businessman, but I mean, that's just common sense, honestly. It really is. You know, you give somebody something like that, you know, after all these years, dude, it's gonna pop off. It really would, and in a positive manner too.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, running up on 46 minutes here, so I think I'm going to wrap up this week's episode. What do you think? You got any final last words here, sir?
Nah, you guys just keep playing, keep giving it a chance. You know, don't give up so easily. You know, I know there's a lot of things that need to, you know, kind of be fixed, but not really, you know, nothing too crazy. But other than that, guys, enjoy your day, enjoy your week. This is Victor signing out.
All right, guys. Be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe, ding that little bell to make sure that you know whenever I upload a video. All right. Peace out, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.